I'm building a desert forest in the most isolated spot in Texas, and while I will never be able to make it rain more, what I can do is help the water that does fall stay near plant roots for longer. And that's where clay comes in, because there are several pockets across my ranch where I have a lot of clay. It's just in the wrong spot. The clay that I do have is cemented, and the problem now is getting it out. And that is where explosives come in. And after clearing things with the ATF, because I don't have any kind of license for this, because one isn't needed, so long as the explosives are detonated by a bullet. And whether you think me being able to buy explosives is a good idea or not, it doesn't make any sense to me why it has to be by a bullet, but whatever, them's the rules. Today we are exploding 35 pounds of ammonal, which is a mix of ammonium nitrate and aluminum. And it's completely safe to transport right up to the point until you mix it. My best spot for finding clay also happens to be near my campsite, which is very convenient for the prep and not so great for the exploding part. So we have to be very careful about how we're going to shoot this thing off. That's something we're gonna figure out, and I'm ready to blow up some clay. I want to blow up things in a way that loosens the clay so that I can use my mini excavator to mine it, and then I can go use it on my desert forest. Got down to the bottom of the hill, stared at the cliff, and realized I don't know how to dig a hole for an explosive, so I should come up and ask the expert. So I'm going to get my stuff and go back down there, but I don't want to walk back up. And that's why I'm excited to assemble my electric e-bike. This is literally my first time on the bike. Like, what a way to test it. This is the best-selling e-bike in the United States, and I am getting convinced very quickly why. This is super easy to ride, fun to navigate. I think the only thing I would change about it is that I should have really brought a helmet. That was not wise of me. This is awesome. Can use this little cargo rack, set up the camera. You can watch me film. What's funny is actually I'm going to use the bike as the tripod. Hey man, this is the cliff that I had in mind. You can see the clay pockets, like the clay seams running right there. So my question for you, I have Diggy Smalls parked here, and I am wondering, I can probably get the Mini right here, and I can dig here, but I don't know what shape you actually want me to make. So now I can send this to Daniel, and he can explain it to me, and now we're all staged and ready to dig once we know what we're doing. But let's take the electric e-bike back up to camp and do the harder part, which is let's go uphill. Thank you to Electric E-Bike for sponsoring this episode. Y'all saw the terrain this thing can handle. I selected the X Peak because of the off-road capabilities and the fact it has a range up to 60 miles. If it's suitable for DUSTUPS, it can handle what you're gonna throw at it. Go check out Electric E-Bikes. You'll see the link in the description, or you can scan the QR code that you see on the screen. X Peak is what I recommend if you're doing anything in crazy environments. When you check out, make sure you use the promotion code DUSTUPS, because that'll let you add a free bike cover to your order. Just put it in your shopping cart, add the code DUSTUPS, and that'll get you a free bike cover as well with your purchase. Thank you for supporting DUSTUPS, and go check out Electric E-Bikes. And now that I got a signal, Let's ask Daniel.
Alright, so first off, that's not where I looked. That makes me a lot happier because that means we can take a farther shot away. For the shape, think about a 5-gallon bucket standing up. We're gonna use something along those lines and actually dig a little cave that you can just set a 5-gallon bucket in, preferably about 1 foot to 2 feet into the wall. That way, once we get there, or once I get there and get everything set up, we can actually pack around it. That way the blast force goes in multiple directions and not just straight out or straight up.
And since Daniel and I looked at different spots, it would be silly to just blow it up without testing. I'm going to go down there with a little bit of water and just make sure that it actually is clay. Gosh, it's almost already kind of a hole there, but that seam is what we want. That's too much water, but that's clay. All right, we're gonna blow it up. That'll make this area nice and wide too. Maybe one day I'll get a bigger excavator and we can use these stones in a better location. All right, well, tomorrow we dig.
Tomorrow.
I know it's a small mini excavator, but I really thought that it would do a lot more than this. It's barely done a thing, and I feel like the payoff and the tipping danger makes it not bright, especially since I don't have a ton of equipment experience. So, you know, I did the best I could. It's going to be easier just to get a shovel and clean a little bit of this out and then blow it up. So I'm going to pull the trailer a little further down and just load the mini up and get it out of here. Well, right now it's 5:20. You probably need 30 minutes for mixing everything, right?
We're putting it in a bucket, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you just mix it and roll it around, and mix it and roll it around, and put it where you want it, and shoot. And I'm not gonna sit there and promise you I'm gonna hit it on the first shot, because the ammo I went and got was match grade ammo, but it's a lot faster ammo because they say that you have to have at least 2,000 feet per second. So I made sure I got something that goes over 2,000 feet per second, like literally match grade ammo.
Tomorrow for sure.
I set it all the way down here. I mean, it's not that bad, but
It's a lot denser than I thought it was going to be.
yeah. You got the bucket that we're gonna mix it in?
Yeah. Is this a sacrifice bucket?
It's not my bucket.
Is a 5-gallon bucket big enough? I have a bucket.
All right, so we're going down there.
Yeah, you want me to drive the dozer over here?
Nah, I got it.
Okay.
I mean, what's the worst thing that's gonna happen? I have to get a new shoulder again?
You're welcome to come with us, Rich.
I can come with. Do you want me to carry that?
Oh, I got it.
Okay.
I'd like that whole finger to come off.
Yeah, me too. This wall on your left is a really good clay vein. To the left. That actually is too, just harder to get to. But this right here, that's all. You see the stripes? Yeah. This is where we're doing it.
hard that is.
Yeah, dude, it's insanely hard. That's why I was telling you when I was using the ripper, it didn't make a bit of difference. I was just picking my mini up.
I want it so the bucket will go in as far as we can get it, but I can still see it from way over there. I think if we are able to create something right here, it might be the best bet. I mean, get a couple Mattixes and see if there's a sacrificial long drill bit that, preferably not a good one.
All right, well, let's go get the bit because
We're burning daylight and I don't have my night vision stuff. Your whole bit is in there.
Sweet.
You know what? This was working better than we anticipated.
I'm a little, I don't think embarrassed is the right word, but frustrated. I came down here with a bulldozer and a mini excavator and I needed a handheld drill.
The bulldozer, you have to push this whole thing.
Yeah.
The excavator doesn't weigh enough. This is actually working surprisingly well. Got to go taller too, or deeper, one or the other.
Pretty close on the width.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm so impressed with that.
Well, next time a little kit like this goes on sale, you may let you know.
I think so.
Well, I mean, if we shoot it that way, the easiest way for it to go is shoot that bucket out.
Oh.
Because there's nothing holding it.
Think about your shot.
Yeah. We need this whole thing to come down, but
That would be nice, but I think that's a little optimistic.
that's extremely optimistic. Maybe it'll loosen it up enough that the next time I try to come down here with the dozer,
Yeah.
it'll make it a little easier for the dozer. Hey, where are you going?
You sure about this, Daniel?
No, but we're still gonna do it. I love when the UPS or FedEx guy dropped it off and I saw the package and I saw him walking up to the door and he was like, "Eh." I was like, nice, my explosives. What?
Because this is America and we order our explosives online. Delivered by UPS.
And by the way, we did check with the ATF.
We absolutely checked with the ATF.
Good luck, buddy.
You need to carry anything back up.
What are you shooting at?
If you look to the left of the bucket,
Yeah.
there's like 2 rocks.
Second rock.
Okay, so it's a... Well, I just want it to sit down
Okay.
on something. I'm gonna go get my bag, stick that underneath there, and then it's boom time.
All right.
Where we're gonna be, because it's basically everything. As soon as I take it off safe and pull that, it's going. I got my camera real close. Hopefully it's still there.
All right, where are we going?
You ready? Fire in the hole!
Fire in the hole!
All right, you ready?
Let's do it.
The rope broke.
I figured.
I was like, that's pulling way too far.
Okay.
All right.
So
Take two. That was a miss. That should be it.
okay, let's go, because I've got 11 minutes of flight time on the drone. Whew, here we go.
Let's try this
Again. All right.
again. That one. All right, we're good.
Yeah. Woo!
Did you see the flash?
No, I didn't. I just saw the dust. It blew a good chunk, but what's crazy is the mist or the dust that's just hanging in the valley.
Oh yeah.
That's wild. That pressure wave was...
But it wasn't as bad as you thought.
No, it wasn't. I was ready to jump out of my skin before we pulled the trigger. Well, that was $110 worth of explosive. Probably not economical for mining the clay, but super awesome. I wouldn't object to trying again.
I mean, I've got no objections. This is my first time shooting stuff like this.
Yeah.
You know, obviously you've done it before, not at this magnitude.
No.
This was cool.
I shot 1 pound, not 35.
That was cool.
It was amazing. I did all that blowing up and I didn't actually come look at it. So let's go take a look. It's interesting how all of the material is sorted. You got the big stuff on top and the fines over here, and then the ultra fines right here. Oh, couldn't do that before. Wow. Okay. Oh. So, some of it. The first order of business will be getting some of this clay picked up and spreading it on the terrace. It doesn't take very much clay to dramatically improve the water holding capacity of sand. Hopefully this will be a big nudge in the right direction, getting the desert forest going.